the light that pierces through to the darkest hidden place. He knows the deepest secrets and forgives them anyway. It's not justice, it's not mercy. It gives like no one can. It's the source of our salvation and His God's eternal plan. Some may call it foolish and impossible, but for every heart it rescues, it's a miracle. It's nothing less than incredible. This love that took our place. Thank God for what it is. His grace. His grace. It's the breath that's breathing new life into what we thought was dead. It's the favor that takes orphans, placing crowns upon their heads. It's the hope for our tomorrows, the rock on which we stand. It's a strong and mighty fortress, even hell can stand against. Some may call it foolish and impossible, but for every heart it rescues, it's a miracle. It's nothing less than incredible. This love that took our place. Thank God for what it is. His grace. His grace. Thank God for His grace. I would be no one without your grace. I would be nothing without your grace. Thank you for grace. Thank you for grace. I would be no one without your grace. I would be nothing without your grace. Thank you for grace. Thank you for grace. Some may call it foolish and impossible, but for every heart is rescued, it's a miracle. And it's nothing less than incredible that Jesus took my place. Thank God for what it is, and just call it what it is. His grace.
Bless God, church. Amen. Let's pray. Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day that you allow us to see, God, bring us here once again. God, we thank you for the messages came forth before this morning. God, we ask you, Lord, to continue blessing the rest of this evening, the rest of the messengers. God, use them in a mighty way. God, hide us behind the cross. God, help us to be a blessing. In Jesus' name, amen. If you will, you can turn to Job chapter 13. Though he slay me yet, will I trust him, but I will maintain my own ways before him. The struggle is real, but we also got to do too. Our God is real.
Amen.
Pain is real, fear is real, heartache is real. The unknown can cripple you, but if you just hold on to God, it makes things so much better. Job was a man full of faith. He was upright. He was wise. People listened to him. They loved to come to hear about what Job had to say. But all those accolades couldn't hide the fact that Job was walking the bar. And one of the greatest challenges I feel like a man probably could face in his life. He was being attacked by so many things. He had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 oxen, 500 donkeys, and 10 children, 7 boys, 3 girls, all taken between chapters 1 and 2. But this isn't about his loss. This is not about his gain. Don't get misconfused about anything. Those are all good things. But I think what I took the most from Job was the fact from chapter 3 to 37, God was quiet. So he went through all of this stuff, but God got quiet afterwards. And I believe as Christians, we walk a life where we can go through struggles, we can go through stresses, we can go through trials, we can go through tribulations, and we feel like at some point, God gets quiet. So if I could use for a title tonight, I would say, what to do when God is quiet. Number 1, you got to be confident. Job chapter 13 just said, got loud here, I'm sorry. Job chapter 13, he said, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. That is confidence in who he serves. Amen. I mean, you can go through absolutely anything, but if you say those words right there, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. And to trust something and trust in something, you got to have confidence in it. Right. So that was the first thing. He had to have confidence. Now, Sunday mornings usually the mornings where I roll over bed, and it's about 6, sometimes a little bit early, and my phone vibrate, and I just reach my hand over and I grab it and I look at it, and it's always Pastor. But the confidence thing in that is Tisha will be next to me, and she would just turn over and she says, that's Pastor. I say, yeah, that's Pastor. Now, 5, 6 in the morning, your phone ring. 9 times out of 10, not every man can say that that's his pastor texting him at 5, 6 in the morning. So she has that confidence. So we have to have that confidence that when God is in your life, everything else ceases to matter. Everything else ceases to exist. Let's about moving on. So, Job knew full well that God was going to do it for him. He knew it when he made that statement. And even verse 18, he said, behold, now I have ordered my cause. I know that I will be justified. I know. He had full confidence. He knew it was going to come. He didn't know when, but he knew it was going to come. So that confidence has to be established. If you can't establish your confidence, everything else is going to fall. So establish that confidence when God is quiet. Next, number 2, you got to be consistent. The hardest thing to do when you're in trial, when you're in tribulation, when you're in stress, whenever you're in a storm, is to be consistent. Right. And whenever the enemy, the devil, tries to throw things at you, he used absolutely everybody in it. I can't remember the exact chapter, but I believe it's in 2 as well. Job's wife came and said, hey, curse God and die. Now we can look at that 2 ways. One can say, okay, well that's his wife saying, hey, curse God and die, and just get it over with. Or 2, we can look at it and say that was his wife. She had seen this man struggle. She seen this man when he was on the up and up. So she was looking at him saying, hey, we done lost everything. We lost our kids. We done lost our cattle. We lost our livestock. We lost everything. You're hurt now. You're suffering. So just curse God and die. I felt like she felt some type of compassion for him. She felt some type of sympathy for him. Saying, just give up. Just die. It'd be better off if you was gone. But he took us a turn and said, are you crazy? This is God. This is God we're talking about. Surely we're not going to go that route. And if you notice the scripture too, from chapter 2 on, that's the last thing we hear about his wife saying anything. Not to say anything, but I would say he kind of said, oh, no, we serve God. And I know he's going to do it. He done it time and time again, and I know he's going to do it this time too. So, don't get distracted. Distracted is all around. His friends was another distraction, and he checked them a lot from chapter 3 to chapter 37. And sometimes it calls for that. You got to check a couple people. They getting out line. It's all right. Just check them. Let them know, hey, I don't know what God you serve, but I serve a God that is still living today, and he did it back then. He's going to do it in 2016. Going forward, he's going to do it in 2017, and so on. So we can't get distracted. But after we establish that confidence, as we establish some type of consistency with God, we got to make sure that we are ready to be changed. And absolutely every storm, absolutely every trial, absolutely every situation you go through, there is a changing process. If you don't witness, if you don't recognize that change, you are missing everything from chapter 2 to chapter 37. So God is still quiet. He hasn't missed a beat, though. Job has not missed a beat. He's still professing his love, his faith to God. So, chapter 38 gets here. And God comes in, he speaks to Job, he tells him about himself, and say, hey, who are you to say that you want to lay your life down, and some other stuff. And he back in chapter 42, verse 10. And the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. If I could interpret it, I would say in this scripture, Job went from being a frustrated man, bitter, down in his luck, to God telling him about himself, and he humbled himself at the right time. He could have had a sour heart, could have had a hard heart and said, you know what, now I'm not praying for my friends. They've been telling me everything against everything that I wanted to hear. And he could have just cursed them too and just say, you know what, that's it for me. I got my blessing, I'm going, I'll let y'all. But he didn't want to do that. He submitted once again, he humbled himself once again and said, you know what, I'm going to pray for them. I wondered what their prayer was like. Father, I'm sorry. I let everything distract me. God, I let my situation highlight more than what it should. Father, I complained more than I needed to. All these things, I believe that's what Job was praying in his prayer. And I feel like that's the moment that his life changed. When he admitted that he needed God more than anything. And from that point on, we have to move on. We got to keep moving forward. We got to acknowledge that God is God in our life. Whether we're at work, whether we're at church, whether we're at the store, wherever we are, we got to understand that God is always going to be there. And when God is quiet during your storm, what you do in the process is going to affect the outcome everywhere else. If you don't accept and rise above your challenges, the next person that you see, that you meet, the next person that see you in your struggle, they're going to be affected by it. So absolutely everything that you do between chapter 2 and chapter 37 is going to depend on how you receive and respond to God. His quietness is only to teach you something about yourself. So every breath is a gift from God. Let's not waste our breath. Let's not waste our breath complaining, being bitter, talking about anybody else, not talking about anybody, or not lifting them up, encouraging them, and everything like that. Let's be confident. Let's be consistent. Let's be changed. And let's go into 2017 knowing that God has already done it. Amen?